Amidam Shanti, peace to you, peace to me. Hello and welcome to another video. My name is Peter and today I would like to talk about how to counter the silent invaders that are destroying our bodies. Destroying our bodies. Yes, big title, very important for you and your health. I've personally looked into this myself and moved away from this kind of life, and really I want to try to talk about what I've done and what I see from this and what you can do to help yourself. So really it's starting to understand that your skin and your lungs absorb toxins. They absorb them. I can't even use the word absorb toxins. The skin is an organ. It's the biggest organ of the body. It's an enormous organ, and it absorbs and releases toxins. We release toxins obviously through sweat, but solvents in personal cleaning products have potential carcinogens in them, cancer causing elements to them, and also can damage your cardiovascular system as well as many other things. Products you apply on your skin go into your body a lot slower, but they will accumulate somewhere because your body needs to put them somewhere. They don't always get released through your bowels to get rid of, another way of us getting rid of toxins. So products you apply on your skin can be beauty products, any kind of products, deodorants, moisturizers. Focus on looking at the ingredients of those products. My wife is so good at that now. She can look down and see the products that are not good, and then it goes straight back on the shelf, because we don't want that on our bodies. We don't want our bodies absorbing that. Observing as well, absorbing that. Really important. I remember when I went into my local chemist quite a while ago now. I try and do everything holistically and naturally, but I was told, because I thought I had an abscess in my tooth, to get some antibiotics. So I went down there and I looked at the ingredients and saw an E number on there which I knew was a carcinogen, and I said, I can't put this into my body. I said, this has got a carcinogen in it. She said, well, you know, a little bit won't hurt you. I said, what do you mean a little bit won't hurt you? What about all the accumulative carcinogens that are in our society, and I choose not to? And she said, it's not that amount is not going to hurt you. I said, well, what about the cancer rates coming up to 1 and 2? So, well, that's a lifestyle choice. And I said, yes, my lifestyle choice is not to put that into my body. I do not want that put into my body. And I was very firm about that, and I was starting to get passionate, which you should do, get passionate about your health. And then she had to order a special antibiotic to get rid of the abscess in my mouth, which was clean. So they can do it, but no, they put a carcinogen. I think it was a colouring to make it look more pretty for, I don't know, what, for children to have it or whatever. But unbelievable, having an argument with a chemist about a carcinogen that I didn't want to put into my body, and she was saying, well, it wouldn't hurt you. I couldn't believe what was happening, and this is what's happening all across our society with all of these toxins and carcinogens that are everywhere. So really focus on your skin as well as your lungs. They're both of them will absorb carcinogens and toxins. So we're not as safe as we think we are from all of this. You would have thought that governments would actually clamp down on anything that was wrong or bad for your body, but they don't. There's been an incredible guy called what's his name? Propaganda guy, and he was the guy who got fluoride put into toothpaste. He's actually got people to eat bacon for breakfast. There was short of Edward Bernays. His name is Edward Bernays. Look him up. Research Edward Bernays and get his book Propaganda. It's written all down. It's written all down, and it shows you exactly what's going on in the world. Page after page, jaw dropping. But he got to also pork bellies were down. So he got a couple of his crony doctors to say, we need a big hearty breakfast, and the best part of the breakfast would be bacon. guess what? Pork bellies shot up with the price manipulation of the markets. Oh, terrible! The same thing he did with the Spear of Destiny, with the models he got on a march through, I think it was Manhattan, New York, and the tobacco industry realised that women were too sensible to smoke. Yes. So they wanted more women smokers. So they made it like the Spear of Freedom, Spear of Destiny. You're free as a woman to smoke. Of course, tobacco prices went up, but I think what's more serious today is fluoride. They did the same thing with fluoride in the toothpaste and in the water. So you're rubbing this fluoride into your gums, and most of the time and especially the ones in the water, hydrofluorosilicic acid. It's a carcinogen and a neurotoxin. Not good for you at all. And actually it will start to crust your pineal gland, your third eye, if you rubbing fluoride into your gums. So if you're going to use fluoride toothpaste, make sure you rinse out 3 times. Minimum. I don't use it myself, I actually use non-fluoridated toothpaste. But it's get it out of your system, or better still, try and find a toothpaste that works for you that doesn't contain fluoride. And if you are in an area where you have fluoride in your water, filter it out. Filter it out. We'll come to water in a minute. Really important for your health, but filter it out. So you got toothpaste, fluoride in the toothpaste and the water. Aluminium in deodorants. Aluminium now is being found on the hill tops of the Himalayas. Aluminium is not a natural metal. It's a neurotoxin. Not good for you. So people talk about geoengineering. If you go to weatherwatch.org or whatever it is, weathermodification.com, I think it is, weathermodification.com, you'll see this company goes around and modifies the weather around the world. It's really happening. This is happening in our world, and part of that weather modification is to spray aluminium particulates into the skies to deflect the sun to stop global warming. It looks like the Earth's going through an ice age. So that's all wrong. But you're finding aluminium particulates on the top of the Himalayas now. It's that bad how toxic aluminium has got everywhere. Oh my goodness me. But it's in deodorants. So again, I don't use aluminium in the deodorants because it will absorb into your skin, start to damage your brain. Your brain will deal with a certain amount of it. So parsley and coriander, fresh parsley, fresh coriander will help to flush all of that out. Aluminium in deodorants, really try and find aluminium free deodorants. I'm sure many people are anyway. But glyphosate as well, glyphosate in weed killers. I wrote to my local garden centre and said, why are you selling this stuff? This is a known carcinogen and been proven in an American court. And they said, well, it hasn't been proven over here. And yet there's been a lot of money where they've had to pay out for the damage they've caused by spraying this stuff around. And it's in a weed killer in our local garden centres, which I find disgraceful here in the UK, in England. I find that disgraceful, and it is being found in mother's milk now that's going into the babies. It's a carcinogen and a neurotoxin as well. Very poisonous and toxic to the body, which is very important to get that out of our food chain and out of our environment. But no, still governments aren't cracking down, and well, there's not enough research. Of course, they're being lobbied and being paid to have that particular attitude towards it. It's awful. Same with EMFs, not good for you. That's a different story altogether. So let's have a look at the major problems that we're facing when we've got silent invaders in the body. We've got toxins in the food and personal products, toxins in the environment, just been through that, toxins everywhere, toxins. We've got endocrine disruptors in our food and in our environment. We've got medications that have side effects, and also some of them got toxins in them. As I said about that antibiotics that was putting it had a carcinogen in it. And we also have vaccinations. I'm not particularly anti-vaccination myself, but you need to use your mucus to build up your immune system and antibodies to something, rather than banging it straight into your arm past all of your natural defenses into the inside of your inner workings of your body. So to me that seems a bit mad, but I've gone into that in another video. But again, that has aluminium adjuvants in it, mercury. Mercury, I remember when we used to have mercury at school, when we used to use it, we had gloves, we had masks, gloves, everything around us to stop the mercury touching us, and yet they're whacking it in to their arms with a vaccine. So how do we combat that? We get rid of it and move it out of our system, our life, i.e. we're buying products that don't actually support this lifestyle of getting all these silent invaders into our body. And I'll leave you with this. Harvard research in 2004 said clean water brought a reduction in the infant mortality rate and near eradication of typhoid fever. I'm going to read this because I've got it wrong. Pneumonia, tuberculosis, meningitis and diphtheria. So they say, this study in 2004 from the Harvard, that clean water technologies are stated to be one of the most important public health interventions of the 20th century. So try and get the cleanest water into your body. Try and get the best vegetables, organic, and if you can, grow your own food. Get so the soil's healthy, or sourced to a farm that is looking after their soil. And get these invaders out of the body, because that's then you start to work properly as a human being. And when you start to work properly, you feel vibrant, energetic, you feel good. And I want that for you. I want that for you more than ever. I want our societies to start to change into a happier, healthier and loving, caring society. We can do it. I hope you've enjoyed this video anyway. If you have, please like and subscribe, and I'm sure I'll see you in the next video. Sarang Hamdan.